BoxingShow.tv fans, welcome back to another show, and a great show because we have a lot of content for you guys. How you doing, Costa?
I'm good, Alonzo. How are you?
I'm great. This is my co-host, and we're gonna bring you another show. And Costa is gonna start with the news. Give me some news.
We're excited. A lot of things to talk about. Let's get to it. Last weekend, and still heavyweight champion of the world, Vladimir Klitchko.
Vladimir Klitchko. Can you believe it again? Well, we're not surprised, are you?
Like I said, Chagaev had no chance. The guy just took a beating, gave up on his stool. I predicted it. You know, Klitschko's unstoppable right now. Chagaev, undefeated.
Undefeated.
And didn't even challenge him.
Undefeated. I thought that he was going to give him a little bit more of a challenge, but the jab, like David Haye keeps selling, that's all he has, the jab, and then the one punch there.
It works for him. It works for him. That jab, he kept him away. Chagaev couldn't get in. He looked demoralized after the three first rounds. He didn't know what to do. You saw it in his eyes. It was all over.
Anyways, listen. What else can we say on the David Haye situation? I hope he gets his fight with Vladimir. We're going to see what's going to happen. I think he's the only one who really has a chance. Vladimir is a tough guy, and his style doesn't help anyone. So, moving on. I don't want to talk about this fight because it was a bit boring. But they did have 60,000 fans, although they sold it for the David Haye. But they kept it, and the ambience was amazing. People
enjoyed it. He has a big following in Germany.
That's it. Moving on, Costa.
And now, new
light heavyweight champion of the world,
Jean Pascal.
Jean Pascal. It was a great thing last week. We covered this fight from the beginning to the end. We went all the way to Club Opera to have an interview with Jean Pascal. And you know what? He was really excited. He was so tired. I thought he was going to have a little bit of energy, but given the circumstance, we understand that.
Boxing show gets in everywhere. You saw it. Club Opera, after party. We were there. We were there at the fight.
And I'm not surprised. I think it was an exclusive. Nobody got there, but we were there because that's what we do. We try to get you the best stuff so you can guys enjoy it.
Jean Pascal put up a great fight.
It was a smart fight. I mean, Diaconu would have liked for having Jean Pascal right in front of him, and at the press conference he said, listen, he fought a smart fight. I would have wanted him to fight more toe-to-toe, but Jean Pascal was not going to do again the same mistake that he did with Carl Froch, and he learned from it, right?
And also another thing, remember in the Carl Froch fight, Pascal slowed down a bit in the last 7 rounds. Yeah. This one he stepped it up, round 11, round 12, the championship rounds. He put on a show.
And you know what? I'm surprised that Diaconu, usually around the 8-9 round, gets tired. This time, I think it was more Jean Pascal that was trying he was getting more tired, and Diaconu picked up the pace, but he held on to Diaconu, and he did whatever he needed to do, and he knew he was leading by the 10th round, he was leading about 2-3 points at least.
They both wanted. I think the turning point was the round where Pascal dropped Diaconu, 10-8 round, and after that, he was locked in.
Listen, the fans had a great show, and what was so special about this fight, contrary to a lot of the other fights, is that you had, in the same city, you had some fans that were pulling for Diaconu, and you had the other side of the crowd pulling for Jean Pascal, and it was an amazing scene to see, because at the end of the day, the Montreal fans actually won. And now I think Jean Pascal, because of his character, and he's quite a character, and he has a lot of energy, he's going to sell his fights as a light heavyweight champion.
And this could set up some big fights for Pascal too. The 175 division, you have some big names, Chad Dawson. You never know. That'd be a great fight.
And on top of that, he's a seller. He knows how to sell the game, so he's going to be making a lot of money, and I'm happy for Jean Pascal. He's a great guy. Every time we've done interviews with him, he's been always very given to us and to the BoxingShow.tv fans. And
great guy, and like we said, he plays the role of the villain a bit. I think he took a page from Mayweather's book. He knows how to sell. Even if people hate him, they're still going to watch him fight because he's a great boxer.
Yeah, it's hard to hate him, though, but you know what? I think he's going to be a good...
That cocky persona, it works for him.
It works for him, and that's why the fans, he actually sold at least by himself an extra 3,000-4,000.
That's what they said, yeah, in the last week.
That's what happened at the press conference. Everybody saw it, you saw it. And what do you think of the press conference? Wasn't it funny?
I thought they were going to hit each other right there. It was insane.
It was amazing. But I'm happy for him, and I think we're gonna expect a lot of things. And you know what? Diaconu is a great guy. He's a very good fighter. He was a bit maybe rusty because he hasn't fought in a long time. He's going to come back.
He's going to get his chance for revenge. Right. There was a rematch clause in the contract, so in the next year or so, we're going to see him fight Pascal again. So he's going to get his chance.
Possibly. He might even go down to 168, as he told me, or go to cruiserweight. I think he would be interesting at 168. What do you think?
Why not? That power is going to come down with him. You know, he has a big shot. He can cause some damage at 168.
Definitely.
I agree.
Okay, so let's move on. Congratulations, Jean. I'm happy for you.
Now moving on. It's official. Mayweather Marquez is rescheduled.
I'm happy.
September 19th, 2009.
I was hoping it wasn't going to go that far. I didn't want to see it going over this year. I wanted to see it this year, so we're getting a treat now.
It's like we're all addicts. We need our fix of Mayweather. It's coming soon, September 19th, not that far away. Marquez is a championship fighter. He comes off the floor, he'll come back. You saw him against the first Pacquiao fight. Right.
He has so much experience, so it's going to be an interesting one. But we'll get to it when the fight comes closer.
More coverage to come.
A lot more coverage. So let's move on.
All right, moving on. Tonight, Olivier Lanchi versus Juan Manuel Lopez.
Yes, what can I say? I mean,
Alonzo?
What do you think, Costa?
Personally, I like Lanchi. He's a nice guy. I think he has talent. He's a good boxer. He could do, for the Canadian scene, I could have seen him maybe beating Molitor when he was the champ. It would have been a nice matchup. But against Juan Manuel Lopez, I don't think he has a chance. The guy's simply a monster. He's too strong. He knocked out Ponce de Leon in 1 round, and the guy was one of the top names in the division.
Right.
He's just a monster.
But his name is Olivier Lunchi, not Ponce de Leon. Let me tell you something. I've known Olivier Lunchi for a long time. Besides the fact that he's a great guy, he's a hell of a fighter. And I can tell you one thing. I believe that he's most likely the top 2 or 3 best fighters in Canada, if not the best fighter technically. This guy has a great defense. Lopez has never fought, I'm repeating this, Lopez has never fought the style of Olivier Lunchi. Lunchi he puts up his hands in great defense, and he walks with his jab, and he has a perfect technique. Lopez is going to have a hard time.
My prediction, Lopez by KO.
By KO?
Yeah, I don't see it going all the way.
I'm going to tell you, I guarantee you, there's not going to be any knockout. There might be an upset, and remember what I said.
We'll see tonight. All right, next big fight tonight. Arthur Abraham defends his title once again against, wait, I have to read it, Mahir Oral.
What can I say?
What's up with these no-name defenses? You know what? I'm starting to get a bit frustrated.
Boxing sometimes hurts me.
I actually had to go on the internet, despite my boxing knowledge, to BoxRec and check up on this guy. No big names on his record. He has a loss. You know what? It's an easy defense. As a boxing fan, can we please see an Abraham versus Pavlik, or even Abraham versus Sturm?
I'll tell you something.
A unification.
I don't think Abraham is afraid of anyone. He's an amazing fighter.
No, I agree.
And I can't wait for them. Maybe, listen, this is just a stepping stone, of course. And after that, we're going to see him fight possibly Pavlik or Sturm.
You know what I think it is? I think for the American fighters like Pavlik, the risk outweighs the reward, because he's such a good boxer. He's known in Germany. He's not as well known in the States. The money won't be that big. Maybe they're scared to fight him, because Abraham is a tough. Broken jaw, 4th round, still beat Edison Miranda. Comes back and knocks him out in the rematch.
Right. That was amazing. But I think the Pavlik people, they don't want to jump Pavlik right away, especially after the Hopkins fight. So I think we're going to see what's going to happen with that. And now we're going to move to our new segment. It's called Dream Fights. What the fans really would love to see.
What would happen if Mike Tyson in his prime fought Vladimir Klitschko?
What would happen at his prime? Tough one to say, because it's 2 different styles. I think Vladimir would just jab him. I mean, and then Mike Tyson was a great inside fighter. So what would you have predicted?
You know what I think?
Tell me.
Despite how unstoppable,
this is a good fight.
Despite how unstoppable Vladimir has looked in the last 5 years, undefeated since 2004, one thing we have to remember: 3 knockout losses in his career. His jaw, it's fragile.
Very suspect.
And you know what? Corey Sanders knocked him out. Even Ross Purity knocked him out, who not a great fighter. Besides the point, I think Tyson would rush him at the beginning like he was famous for doing. Right. Land those big hooks coming, because he was fast, and if one of those big hooks connected at the beginning, I think it could have been over fast.
The thing with Vladimir is that he doesn't know how to fight backwards. So Mike Tyson would have definitely pressed the action all the time, and because of his left
movement,
and right movement,
his speed, his power,
I think he would have eventually get to Vladimir and knocked him out. Fans, we want to know what you think about Mike Tyson against Vladimir Klitschko. Give us your thoughts. Send us your emails. Until next week, fans, BoxingShow.tv, bringing you more and more.